Kingda Ka is the tallest and second fastest roller coaster in the world. It is also one of the most insane roller coasters ever. Located at Six Flags Great Adventure, Kingda Ka dominates the skyline, as you can see it before you are even in Six Flags Great Adventure's property. It stands 456 feet tall, reaches speeds of 128 miles per hour, and has 3,118 feet of track. As one of the few remaining Intamin hydraulic launching coasters, Kingda Ka features one of the punchiest launches in the world. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Kingda Ka and our comments about what you can expect when you ride this coaster. Before we get started, please like and subscribe as it greatly helps the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Now, let's meet the king of all coasters. Kingda Ka is located in the Golden Kingdom section of Six Flags Great Adventure. This section is arguably the best themed section of the park, but given its location in the park, Kingda Ka is a hike to get to, as it is on one of the farthest most ends of the park. The only ride further away from the park's main midways is actually Zumanjaro, which occupies Kingda Ka's support structure right in the middle of the tower. It might take a while to actually reach the coaster, but you are immediately rewarded with an incredible reveal of trains flying up the 456-foot tall tower and the sound of hydraulic launches hissing and sending trains down a long straight track. The area surrounding the ride, its plaza, and the park paths is wonderfully themed, with so much bamboo lining the paths and even covering up previously accessible attractions that used to occupy space between Kingda Ka and El Toro. As you make your way through the bamboo, you enter a good-sized plaza with a shop, photo stand, and a Buddhist temple themed arch prominently displaying the Kingda Ka ride name. And this plaza looks awesome, as it is the only vantage point to view El Toro's Twister section and is the only pathway to access Zumanjaro, which goes alongside Kingda Ka's extended queue section. To the left of the coaster's ride entrance is a locker bay, which you will definitely need to use, as loose articles are not allowed on Kingda Ka. Once you have deposited your loose articles in a locker, you make your way through the bamboo, which line both sides of the queue. When the ride's extended queue section is not open, you turn left into the ride's cattle pin queue section, which actually sits right next to Kingda Ka's launch track. You just can't see the launch because of all the bamboo. Is this good theming and a way to hide from park guests what's to come? Or is it a missed opportunity to view one of the most insane launches in the world? We will leave that for you to decide. The queue then goes right behind the very locker bay you just used for your belongings and an old ride photo stand. As you make your way to the station, you will actually walk right past the part of the launch track where the train will attach to the catch car for the launch. Once you have had a chance to observe your fate, you continue up the path and into Kingda Ka's dual-sided station, though nowadays the other side of the station is rarely dispatching trains, as it's typically a storage area for trains not in use. In the station, you choose your seat on one of Kingda Ka's 9-row, 18-passenger trains. After you have pulled down your hard Intamin over-the-shoulder restraints and cleared dispatch, you exit the station and make your way to the beginning of the launch track. While on the launch track, you first have 15 seconds to appreciate what you are about to experience. In any other row except for the front row, that appreciation is more like nervous excitement. But in the front row, that wait is actually a more intense nervousness, because there is nothing else in the world that can prepare you for what comes next. After a moment of brief reflection, you hear a hiss and feel the train roll back slightly. 5 seconds later, you are sent careening down the long launch track, reaching the 128 mile per hour top speed in less than 3 seconds. This launch is forceful, relatively smooth, and unrivaled. In rows 2 through 8, you feel the wind on your face and in your eyes until you start moving up that top hat. But in the front row, which is the standout row on this ride, you feel all 5 G-forces that the 128 mile per hour launch aims to deliver. You can also physically feel your cheeks and face moving as you move down the launch track. You then rise up the 456-foot tall top hat, but note, if the launch did not deliver enough force, the train will actually rise to the top, but then roll back. This famed and oft sought after feature of Kingda Ka is perfectly safe, but usually causes the ride a brief moment of downtime. Nonetheless, a rollback on Kingda Ka is rare, so first-time riders have a good chance of clearing the top hat. At the top hat apex, you get a brief moment of airtime and a great view of the surrounding areas and the cities of New York and Philadelphia, depending on which side you're looking at, before plummeting back down the other side. But unlike during the launch, which sends you down straight launch track and up a straight vertical ascent, the descent features a spiral drop, also known as a serpent roll, followed by a massive airtime hill, which delivers some good floater airtime in the back rows. Once you go over the airtime hill, you hit the final brakes, ending your 22-second long ride. Despite being a one-trick pony, Kingda Ka is one of the most insane roller coasters in the world. It stands as the tallest roller coaster in the world, reaches the second fastest speed on a roller coaster, and packs a real punch. But Kingda Ka is temperamental. When it is not down for maintenance, largely because of its launch system, Kingda Ka might be down for other reasons, like pouring rain or higher speed winds. Unlike other rides in the park, Kingda Ka will go down for even the slightest bit of bad weather, as even a drizzling rain would be unsafe for guests given the high speeds. Nonetheless, Kingda Ka delivers one of the most incredible rides ever when it is running and running well. Kingda Ka's night rides are also legendary, as the park lamps illuminating part of the launch track only illuminate that part. That leaves the rest of the tower in complete darkness. So a night ride in the front row is perhaps the best possible ride you can get, which makes waiting for the front row definitely worth it. Overall, Kingda Ka is one of the most incredible ride experiences out there, and as Intamin's only remaining hydraulic launching stratocoaster, it is truly one of a kind. And if you're lucky enough to get 3 straight uninterrupted rides on Kingda Ka, you get an excellent idea of how this coaster truly feels. So for a final score, we give Kingda Ka a 9.5 out of 10. Its high speeds make it a short ride, which leaves you wanting just a little bit more. But those 22 seconds are pure, intense bliss, especially in the front row where this coaster truly shines. So let us know in the comments if you have ridden Kingda Ka, and if so, what do you think about it? Is it the king of hydraulic launches? And as always, stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content from Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.